Today I am going to be doing a video on the Mark II Escort, which I've just got back up and running again. The last time I used the car, it had a bottom end failure on the engine due to oil starvation. So since then I have replaced the engine, done a balance shaft delete, which I've done in another video, which I'll put a link in the description to that video if you're interested in seeing what that involves. And I've made a new sump for it as well, which I've shown in another video, which again is in the link in the description to that. I've done a couple of other little bits which I'll show you now. Then we're going to just take it for a little drive. So I'll just show you what I've done differently. So I have relocated the oil filler. So I just welded one onto the top of there. And that's right above where there's a drain that sort of drains back down to the sump through the back of the head. So you probably would normally have one up the front here, but this is quite close to the bonnet because it's a tall engine. They've also relocated the dipstick to somewhere that's easy to get to, because previously it was down in there, and to get into it you would burn your fingers. So I've also taken the on the crank pulley there, you've got a like a balancer that normally sits on there, big weight with a rubber. I've taken that off and then machined the pulley down a bit to remove any excess weight from that, and then that added with the removed balance shafts just makes the engine rev a lot more freely, and it has made quite a big difference to the engine, the way it revs. So everything seems good. The oil pressure between 25 sort of idling, sits about 45 to 50 if you're cruising, and then under load it's 60, 65, which is higher than it was before. So that's good. Definitely it revs more freely, which is from not having the balance shafts in there, and the little increase in oil pressure is also from blanking the balance shafts off. The other thing is it revs out more now because my buddy Trev changed the settings in the ECU for to get rid of the it was doing some kind of cut thing previously. So yeah, all seems good. The most irritating thing is I've got a noisy clutch release bearing, which I only noticed after I put it all back together, and just ran it up, and I was messing around pumping the clutch and noticed it, and now I know it's there. It's really obvious, but previous I just didn't notice it. So the box is going to have to come back off and do the clutch release bearing. The sump, I'm not going to know whether that's solved the problem until I get it onto a racetrack, because it was fine driving it around on the road with the old sump. It was only once I got it on a track that it caused an issue. So yeah, ready for a track test now. So I've actually got 2 running cars at the moment, which is unlike me. It's been a long time since I've had one running project, so I've got 2 track days booked, one in April, one in May, so I'll take one of these to one of those and the other to the other, and you know, should be good fun. Check out the other videos if you're interested in the Saab conversion stuff, and I am going to put the car on the ramp and do a whole video of like all the things that have been done to this car, including the engine conversion and all the bits you need to do that, just because I do get a lot of questions about this car. So that'll be coming up fairly soon, but that's going to be it for this one. Just watching. See you on the next one.